Hey guys, what's up? Archer here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over some useful spots on Cobblestone. Now to begin with, I'm going to be going over the A site on CT side. Now some of these spots you may be like, well, this is really fucking simple. Like, well yeah, it is fairly simple, but depending on the situation they could be fairly useful as well. So to begin, we're going to be talking about gate. So you could hide right here successfully if you are on the T side, for example, and you guys pull off a successful fake from that was directed at B site, so you guys go back to A. Like, if you're a terrorist and you're hiding here, and you know the enemy is coming from B site, essentially, you could hold here for window, or you could hold here for this area. Now, of course, there's another useful spot just right here, or even crouching right under balcony. It's really all situational depending on this area in general. However, this spot is really only situational if you know that the enemy is going to be coming from the B site direction. Next, we have right by cannons. And cannons, again, fairly simple spot, actually very common spot to hold. And this is if you're just hiding and, you know, you don't want them to see you. So, again, another useful spot is right up here again. These are all very, like, common known spots, and they're all very situational. You could even use this as like an op spot, and if you really want to just do a jump click peek, and if you see someone you could just take them out just like that. Now we're going to be moving on to some better spots, I guess we could say. The first spot will be right here. Now surprisingly, you can actually hide right here a lot of the time, and people really won't even notice you. Like, if the terrorists are coming up here, or if a CT is coming to try and retake the spot, they're not really going to be focused on up here. In fact, they're going to be focused, if anything, from right up here, and they're going to disregard this spot almost entirely. Now, of course, you may have the couple people who are going to be like, okay, you're going to check it, whatever, and then just keep on going. However, if you are there and they just check it like that, they're going to have to do a double take and come back to you, giving you plenty of time to try and kill them. Unless they pre-fire the spot, of course. And then my favorite spot out of everywhere on the A site, right here. In fact, I have a frag clip where I clutched around from this position. I killed 2 people and then I just did whatever. But this spot is actually so useful, especially if the enemy doesn't check it. Now, the way that the enemy might usually start checking it is that they're going to go jump check. Okay, no one's there, perfect. However, the one round that they don't check it, and if you're patient enough, you could fuck them over. You could easily dismantle the entire enemy team if they don't check the spot and you use it to your advantage. So just keep that in mind. Again, as I go over these spots, these are spots that you should also start checking from now on as well. So it's useful to hide there, but it's also useful to check. Another good spot are either side of this wall. The only bad thing about this spot is you can get mollied off from here pretty easily. Same with this spot right here, but people really don't tend to check this spot as often as they check this spot, and people rarely check this spot. So if you're not fond of hiding in these corners, you could just hide right here as well. So that's really all I have for A site. Next, we're going to be moving on to the middle area. So this spot is what I mean by the middle area. Just the area between A and B. Really a couple useful spots right off the bat is if they're coming from A site, like say you're a terrorist and you've taken B site and you somehow get here fast enough, you could hold right here and they just might actually just walk right past you without even like bothering. Like they can just go this way and completely avoid you. If they know that most people are on B, and if no teammate makes a call out that someone is holding an angle right here, then they're literally just going to walk past. Like, I can vouch for this spot myself. Like, I have never ever checked this spot in general unless a teammate has called it out. So it's a great spot to hide in. It's a great spot to just hold and lurk and potentially kill a lot of people and cut off an entire rotate. The next spot is right over here. Like, you could just hide right here if they're rotating from B to A, especially if you're like partially smoked off. And right here. Not so much if you're trying to hold a rotate, more or less if you're just trying to cut something off. Like if you just want to try to give them a quick interruption before they eventually, like if you know you're going to die and you have low HP and you don't have a very significant weapon, if you're on an eco or something, here might be better. But if you're trying to focus on getting kills, this is where here would come in, especially if you're on an eco and you want to save a weapon. So the last spot for middle is right here. So when you're hiding right here, your head is the only spot visible here. So this becomes a headshot angle for everybody who is inside drop. So that's what you just need to pay attention to. CTs can hold this angle very well on pistol rounds. Since it becomes a headshot for you, it also becomes a headshot for them. And since it'll be on a pistol round, you have nothing to worry about unless they get a headshot on you. But, you know, you could just be very meticulous with your sprays or with your taps at that point. And this will not be the first spot that they'll be checking when they come out window. So that's all I have for middle. Next, we will be moving on to the B site. Alright, now for the final area, we'll be going over B site. First spot is, of course, chicken coop. If you are silent the entire round, and if they don't bother to check you off, if they think they Molotov'd you off or something like that, you could hide here successfully until you hear the bomb plant, and then, you know, they'll be yours for the taking. You could just kill them off then. Next spot is right over here. You could hide right here if you have the bomb planted and you know the enemy is coming from A. There's really nothing they're going to be able to do unless they peek you, so you could hold here and be patient and make them peek you. Of course, at that point, they'll have the peeker's advantage, but if they have no idea you're there in the first place, then you're good. Another spot is tree. You have to be boosted up here, so you could just hide right here. I also have another frag clip where I've held off B site by myself, just by hiding on tree and peeking, you know, knowing when to peek and, you know, peeking appropriately, shit like that. The only thing bad about this spot is that the tree can be shot through. So if they're really bent on killing you, they could just spray down the tree and, you know, just kill you like that. But if they have no idea you're there to begin with, you have the element of surprise on your side at that point. Another great spot, known spot, but still great spot if you're patient enough, is right here on B platform. You can hide right here, and when you know they're moving up, if they're flashing and shit like that, just peek when you think it's an alright time to peek, and you should be good. Now, here's a spot more towards the terrorists. If you know that the CT team is like a team that tends to rush or whatever, or if you know that, or if you're going to be attacking A site and you're the lurk for your team, you could hide up here. You could get boosted up here and just wait. If they have a teammate who you know runs through B and checks through T side of B, then you can just wait right here and eventually take him out. Now, he could be expecting right here, but what he won't be expecting is right up here. And then you'll have the element of surprise on him before he sees you. Now, that's all I have for Cobblestone. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Archer, and I am signing out.